Welcome back to our land of mystery and adventure. It's time to reopen the gates for these strange new visitors. Tell a new story for all to hear. Now let's the adventure begin. Chapter 9. Back to Nomore Kingdom. The sun rose up the next day. Me, Veer, and Valine walked outside the house. Wait, you both are going to leave this early in the morning? Said Valine in a very surprised tone. Oh, yes, Valine. I have to find my friend Robert, I said with a rage of excitement. Wait, Sigh, before you go, I need to give you something important, said Valine as he hands a pure light relic crystal. Thanks very much, Valine, as I put the crystal in my pocket. I looked back at Valine. Her eyes changed from a gray to a deep red. Sorry, Sigh and Veer. My type of research has drastic effects with me, said Valine as he turns into a shadow and disappears completely. After walking through the town into the desert, Veer asked, so, "What do you think Robert is even at?" But I don't really know where he's at because I still don't know. Because I still don't really remember how Albert acts. But at least Nomore Kingdom will tell us if we're on the right path. Replied Sigh as we both continued to the desert. Once, when me and Vera walked into the oasis, there was a caravan drinking water. Where, Ville? Well, Ville, welcome back home. How is Sir Belleville? Is he doing it? How is Sir Belleville? Is doing in retirement? Sir Squelius, the ex-squire of Bellevere. Well, he's still doing good, but I'm still new at being a knight, said Valine, said Veer in a lesser tone. Well, I know where you're coming from, because everyone told me that squires can't become knights. Well, I proved them all wrong once when kings arise knighted me, said Squirreless. Kings arise knighted me, said Squirreless as he climbed onto the camel. Well, thank you, Squirreless, for your advice, said Veer as the rest of us climbed on camels. No problem for a friendly member of the Ulster nobles, said Squirrelius as the caravan started trotting off. Well, Kingsight, where do you want to go to? Said Squirrelius in a more repressed state. No more kingdom, as it looked at his face, like I would be going to the cursed land. Of course, I've only been there once, but since then, Roberto's first curse has started to leak out of the castle. Okay, Cyberbeard, this is where you get off, said Squirrelius as we jump off the camel. Didn't expect me to come back over here again. Said Squirrelius. In a scared tone as the caravan continues to move forward. As me and Vera walked through the ancient Nomore Kingdom, it felt like a ghost town. Every house of structure was in ruins, but not by any natural disaster. It came from the castle above the town. After the collapse of Nomore Kingdom, Elder and some of the trolls turned the castle into a school for magic users. At first, his dream was reality. So one boy made an unstable curse that covered the castle in darkness. Ever since then, every normal person that went into the castle never came out, now being permanently trapped in their own memories forevermore. I learned that lesson 20 years ago when I almost got trapped. Here the same way. As we walk into the castle, I grab a marble and say, "Illuminous!" as the translucent blue figures appear all around us. Veer, be very careful to not encounter your own memories. As you can see it wandering damp and dark castle halls, passed by a young Roberto, making a stable spell. Awesome. So a lot of translucent figures of me and Nomore at different points of our original journey. There's also a figure of Robert saying, "Sigh, is that you?" As he, as he was looking at a memory of me being entranced by a figure of my mom. Then a figure of Laura appeared that said, "Sigh, we have to get out of here. It's a curse." The figures of my mom, me, and faded away. Faded away. Robert said, "Wait, this place is a curse?" As he also disappears. Then I heard a distant scream coming from the other side of the castle. Once I ran to Veer, frozen in a state of fear. He was staring at a slightly ajar door with purple light coming from it. Then the door swung open, revealing a younger, dazed Bellevue coming out. "Yes, Dad, I will do anything for you," the child versus the Bellevue, with no expression in his voice. "Yes, my little young prince, continue serving me as your king," said King Zaraz as young Veer walked in. After young Veer looked at a mindless Bellevue, he said, "Bellevue, at a mindless Bellevue," he said, "What did you do to my puppy?" In a mix of anger and confusion. "Sorry, child, I can only afford to have one son. But may the cruel desert have mercy on you, on your soul." King Zaraz, with another flash of purple light, did all the usual lifelike figures disappears in a cloud of black and blue smoke. But here, I think it's time to get out of here, as we both went outside the castle, straight into the den of night. Wait, it's nighttime already? I thought we only stayed inside the castle for like an hour or two. So it ended up being completely back. Seems like we stayed in there longer than what we thought. I said, as a group of night hounds surrounded us. Then a familiar voice said, "Don't worry, boys, I have come to help you." As the ex-King Henry jumped in the middle of these vicious creatures of the night, the sand and yellow light started to float in the air, forming a giant desert sand hawk. "Boys, get on. I will bring you to a safe place," said King Henry as we all jumped on the back of the desert hawk. As we were in the air, I saw so many night hounds, desert crows, and wild shadow cats below us. After we landed next to the familiar house, right outside of the gleaming village, the desert hawk dissolves right back into sand. As King Henry opened the door, remember this house was Roberto's place. Then I felt the ice-cold presence of cruelty in the flesh. "Well, well, King Henry, I didn't expect you to bring visitors like this to our safe place," said Roberto with a slight snicker in his voice. "Roberto, you should know. Roberto, you should know about these desert. Roberto, you should know about these desert creatures. How these desert creatures act close to magic," said King Henry as he walked away from the house. Unless you're the one controlling these creatures like before." As I felt the heart of anger coming from Veer and not me. "On the contrary, Sigh, I never had that type of power, but something else did," said Roberto, an unusual truth. "Roberto, I don't want to fight you, old friend," said King Henry as he stopped Veer from using his newly anger-mended dragon hunter's blade. "Me neither, Henry. But Sigh, where we next meet, you will have no one to protect you," said Roberto as he disappears with a cloud of black and purple smoke. After we all walked inside, we all prepared to go to sleep, except for me. I lay there for a while, wondering about everything that I have learned so far in my journey. I know that King Zaraz is evil as Queen Myra and even though they were all victims of their own darknesses that consumed them in different ways, different simultaneous ways. I might know a lot about this strange new world from my 20 years of being here, but I still have a nagging suspicion that I haven't learned or seen everything about this world. I still have a lot left to seek out. But maybe I won't see everything that happens in this world. Who really knows what could happen? Only time can tell. Mm, Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and buy my book off Amazon. Bye.